I'm Kristen Benton, a Williamson County parent, just like you. And when I learned what was going on in our schools, I knew it was time to do something. In February 2021, the Williamson County School Board voted unanimously for and signed a contract with Fostering Healthy Solutions, FHS. Did you know WCS spent $55,000 of your taxpayer dollars to hire FHS to address diversity, equity, and inclusion? They did. Whenever you hear the words diversity, equity, and inclusion, you can be sure that critical race theory, a theory with Marxist roots, is being implemented or about to be. That's because while diversity, equity, and inclusion, or DEI, sounds nice, it's like a Trojan horse with an array of CRT-based concepts packed inside. For example, DEI teaches ideas like white privilege, white fragility, anti-racist, and systemic racism. That's because DEI is founded on CRT's philosophy that all of society is a power struggle between oppressors and the oppressed. CRT posits that your classification as either oppressor or oppressed is determined by gender and skin color. Under CRT, a white male would be at the top of the oppressor food chain, and the oppressed is basically any person of color. So when a DEI consultancy, such as Fostering Healthy Solutions, says they aren't teaching CRT, in a way, they're right. They're not teaching critical race theory, they are implementing its Marxist ideology into the institution. DEI is CRT in practice. Again, it all sounds nice, but who is FHS? And are they really bringing solutions to Williamson County that will bring unity or division? Fostering Healthy Solutions was created in 2017 by Shane and Anita Foster, a mother-son team right here in Nashville, Tennessee. Shane Foster is an Ibram X. Kendi devotee who uses his platform with numerous groups, such as Metro Human Relations Commission, to speak on anti-racism, as well as diversity, equity, and inclusion, DEI, and consistently includes chapter reviews of Kendi's book, How to Be an Anti-Racist. Ibram X. Kendi is a known and vocal social justice leader and critical race theory proponent who has a lot to say about anti-racism. In fact, he invented the term anti-racist. And what does an anti-racist believe? Kendi is arguing you must practice systemic racism in order to fix past systemic racism. Let's see if Shane Foster's views are consistent with critical race theory and its proponents like Ibram X. Kendi. Shane Foster equates that the fans who celebrated him were actually oppressing him during his career as a successful NBA basketball player. But this is exactly the view you would expect from Shane Foster, since it aligns with critical race theory, which again, asserts that all white people are oppressors. It doesn't stop there. Shane Foster is also associated with A Call to Men, founded by Tony Porter. Why does this matter? In a recent video, Tony Porter stated, quote, "The language you use is rooted in oppression," end quote. Again, words like oppression are telltale signs that Marxist critical race theory informs that person's worldview. All it takes is a quick glance at Shane's Twitter account to gain insight into what is being brought to Williamson County schools through the contract with FHS. Oppression is inherently intersectional. We'll never dismantle one form of oppression unless we are committed to dismantling them all. Hashtag Black Lives Matter. What does Shane believe about America and white people? Quote, "America is not truthfully our country, but we have no other place that we've called home for over 100 years. Knowing all of this, do you believe Fostering Healthy Solutions is a neutral and unbiased organization? Do you believe FHS should be providing advice to the Williamson County School Board and creating policies that affect your children?" Another look at Shane's Twitter quickly reveals biases in the Foster's ideology. The bad part is that these filled with hatred claim to be fulfilling the promises of Trump. How about this tweet from August 26, 2020? "How long will my white brothers and sisters say they're scared of me while holding me at gunpoint and using 911 as a weapon?" Again, we see the painting of entire groups with one broad brush by Shane Foster. In this case, white people who are guilty of collective sins against another racial group. This is unacceptable. Your school board failed your children. They did not do their due diligence before hiring FHS. In response to bullying and harassment complaints in Williamson County schools, FHS is not the answer. So what is? In the 2013-2014 school year, Williamson County schools implemented the Bullying Stops Here policy in order to do exactly that, eliminate bullying and harassment. And in 2019, an additional policy was created to protect students and staff from harassment on the basis of age, religion, disability, color, and/or race and national origin, or any combination of 16 other classes protected by law. Rather than enforcing existing policies that were designed specifically to tackle harassment, Williamson County schools spent taxpayer dollars, your dollars, to empower an organization that will implement critical race theory via DEI into Williamson County schools and make it policy. If you are outraged at the actions of the Williamson County School Board, please contact Superintendent Jason Golden and copy the board members on your response. Tell them to stop hiring political activists to further their agenda at the expense of your children, and start enforcing the policies already in place. For more information and to get involved, please contact Moms for Liberty.